It's Christina.
And Brooke.
Again. At the same time.
Yes.
Same clothes and everything.
And we're on this topic about guys and girls. And attitudes. And egos.
Pretty much relationships. Yeah. If you really think about it, that's a combination for a couple.
Yep.
And it's just basically like how it's like, I'm not being sexist or anything, but it's like girls like certain things, guys like certain things, and it's like if you just do certain things, you'll get what you want. Like,
yeah, and the attitudes in relationships nowadays, I mean,
Like, I don't understand, okay, well, like, relationship, I don't understand open relationships.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't really get those.
I don't even understand
like,
casual relationships.
It's like, I love
Isn't that
you,
basically
and
like sex relationships? Like friends with benefits?
It's like fuck buddies. But like an open relationship, it's just like, hey, I love you and I'm going to come home to you, but I'm also going to go fuck this guy. Mm-hmm. Or I'm going to go on another date with him or her, you know, whatever, because guys do this a lot too. They're usually the ones that suggest it. But, you know, sometimes you'll find a girl that's a freak and they're like, hey, let's have an open one. That just makes no sense. It's like, just be single. Or obviously
also,
you have like
the cheating thing. I don't understand cheating. If you're in a relationship with somebody, and either you or the person you're dating goes off and cheats, why stay in a relationship?
I mean, like, I get it. Everyone makes mistakes, so that's fine. But it's like, if you're like an impulsive cheater, like you just can't stop. Obviously, you're just not happy with who you're with.
Yeah, so you might as well not waste their time.
Because I can't say that I've never cheated, and I can't say that I've never been cheated on.
Me neither.
But I can honestly say that I'm not going to do it again.
I'm not going to do it again either.
I know it's stupid now.
Yeah, I've had that done to me.
I'd rather someone leave me and then fuck around, and then besides fuck around, then leave me, and then I find out about it later. Like, just go ahead and be like straight up with me, and be like, look, I don't like you, I cheated on you. It's like, well, alright, you're a dick. But if I find out that you made me look like a fool for a couple of months, it's like, oh, there goes my reputation.
Yeah, and you know, I'd honestly rather have someone be honest with me.
I'd rather hurt for a little bit. It's like taking off a band-aid, just rip it off. Stop going one by one.
And it's only a little bit of pain. It'll go away.
I'd rather have a band-aid ripped off, because it's like, if you do that, it's like getting a shot. It hurts like hell when you have it happen, but then you can't move your arm for like 2 hours. It's like the same thing. Just pull the band-aid off. Don't give me a shot.
And I understand people are different coping with getting out of relationships or being cheated on or whatever. I understand that. Trust me. We're all different. I mean, I know there's like one set of there's one person that'll just cry forever, but honestly, yeah, like
I'm a big crybaby.
I would unless
they were just like straight up assholes to me. Then I'm like, well, you know, I'm glad you're gone, and then I'm a hard ass about it.
But then if you if you really fell hard for this person, and you really liked them or loved them, whatever the situation was,
I cry.
I mean, I'd understand that. I would cry too.
I won't leave my room for weeks. I just turn into like a big depressing movie. It's a horrible, sad scene.
Horrible.
I'm just a mess.
I mean, it depends on me if the person was, if I was really in love with the person.
If they were good to me, you know, then I cry for weeks.
Then it's like every question is like, what did I do to cause them to cheat on me?
Well, I might not even really do that. It's just like, you know, I could have done this or I could have done this. It's not.
It's what if?
It's like, it's not what did I not do. It's like, what should I have? Like, what should I have done different? Like, I should have done this instead of this, or maybe if I just spent more time or given them their space. It's not what I shouldn't have done, because I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I did that, but maybe if I had apologized.
Yeah.
I'm always doing like that, so you can't really second guess yourself like that, though, because, you know, the infamous everything happens for a reason, but everyone does deserve some sort of explanation. That's my theory. Everything happens for a reason, but I deserve some answers. So do you, and so do you.
Yeah, and me, and you, and all of you, guy or girl. Pretty much. Anyone
wasting their lives by watching this video deserves a reason.
I mean, seriously, like, it's just freedom of speech. You know? I mean, if you don't like it, then...
We're exercising our rights.
Exactly.
To talk about stupid shit.
Freedom of speech. If we can prove that we cannot use our freedom of speech...
You know what? Some asshole's gonna do it.
And you know what? Honestly, abusive relationships. Who's been in one? Me. Her. I'm pretty sure most of us have.
Everyone's always been with that one. It's like, you know, you're just... Have you ever been with someone for so long where you fight a lot or something? But it's like sometimes the fight will get really aggressive and you actually kind of get scared. You're like, oh my god, I think they really would hit me at this point.
Yeah.
That kind of abuse. That's like a mental abuse. It's just like you're scared shitless of them, but you love them and you're like, I don't think they ever would hit me.
Yeah.
That is scary, and word of advice, get the hell out of that.
Or it could be like, no, he loves me too much to hit me.
Get some therapy.
Seriously.
Go to
Because it's going to end
couples.
up to death or something.
Go to couples therapy. Because, I mean, honestly, you shouldn't be scared in a relationship. That's not what they're supposed to be about.
Yep.
You're supposed to be happy and comfortable with them. Not like,
Not
I
like-
want to spend time with you because I love seeing your face, but I'm really afraid to get any closer to you because you could, like, rip my throat out.
Exactly.
That's a bad relationship.
You know what? Honestly, we talked about this on the way home. If a guy was ever to say, "Oh my God, if you weren't a girl, I so would hit you," hit me.
It's like, why are you waiting? It's like, if you're that mad at me, do it.
Hit me.
Because if you're like such like less of a man to say that, like, if you weren't a girl I'd hit you, it's like, okay, well, you're considering hitting me by saying that, so just prove yourself and do it. I'll make an honest man out of you. I will piss you off until you do. I'm not gonna go bitch and be like, oh, he hit me. I'm gonna be like, fucking right, I made him hit me.
I know one of my ex-boyfriends, not gonna name out. We're not gonna name it out.
We're not dropping names.
No, we're not dropping names. But he did tell me that he's gonna be like one of his parents, and if I hit him, he's gonna hit me back. And I looked at him and I was like, hit me. And so I smacked him. I was like, hit me, fucking hit me. And he just walked away. That's just a coward right there.
No, you don't say something like that and then don't expect us to not freak out. Because,
Yeah.
like, you're gonna get defensive over that.
Yeah, and girls, we gotta stand up for our gender. We brought the men into this world. Our female genders are, in the past.
If it wasn't for
Have-
our vaginas, they wouldn't be here, so don't be afraid to take them out of this world.
This is not saying that we created the whole world.
No, we're not like the world revolves around us, but it's like, look,
No.
we brought you in here, we'll take you out.
Mm-hmm.
Treat you like your mama does.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe your mama should've.
Mm-hmm.
But, like,
I know my mom says that to me.
Oh, God, my mom does.
Yeah.
I brought you in this world, I'm not afraid to take you out. It's like, oh my
Yeah,
God, I believe
that's-
you.
And you know what? Chris Crocker actually made a video that made a good point.
What's it say?
Okay, about guys and girls. The female gender, the female species brought you into this world. Is that really the way you're gonna treat a girl that brought you into this world, like, or the female gender?
I mean, if you're
Really,
gonna
is
get
that how
really
you
deep-
repay them?
If you're gonna get deep about it, but like, if you're like a, I don't know, I'm not the typical kind of girlfriend, you know, I'm like cuddling and stuff. It's like, look, I can be a couch cushion away from you, and I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to be up your ass, and I don't expect you to be up mine. I'd prefer it if you're not. So it's like, I'm not the typical, like, baby, why aren't you touching me? Baby, why didn't you say I love you 30,000 times while we were texting? Not all girls are like that, but
Thumbs
some,
up if you're like that.
some girls are like that, though. Some girls need that kind of physical contact, and some guys even do, and they need to be reminded or told, hey, I love you, you look pretty today. You know, it's like, some people need
Even
it.
in
I
your
don't.
worst, okay. Even if you've had
That's
a
when it
bad
means the
day.
most.
Yes, even if you had a bad day or at work or something.
Or you just woke up, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
It's like you woke up and it's like you're beautiful. It's like, oh,
and you'll wake up and
Makes
it's
your
like
heart
your
melt.
makeup will be everywhere. Or guys, you
If
know,
you're
your
like
hair will
me.
be messed up, and it's like, oh, you look so good.
or if you're
today.
like me and you rub your eye in your sleep and then you wake up and you're like, your makeup's up here, your eyeliner, and it's like your lipstick or whatever's like over here. And they're like, you're so
Yeah.
pretty. It's like, I look like the clown It, but oh,
Oh,
you're
thank
cute.
you.
It's like that you're just like, I'll do anything for you.
You know, guys like that.
That's a true guy.
That's a true guy.
Oh, like
Trust me.
please, that's a lady killer.
And I
And
know,
those are my favorite.
and I know, like, how it is to have a guy that just wants to spoil you. But if you're like me, thumbs up or comment or something. If you're like me, I'm more independent. I have my own job. I have my own money. Why do I need someone else's money? It's nice, and you know, everyone's like, "Oh, let him spoil you." You know, you deserve it. But I mean, if you're stubborn like I am about that, you don't need his money.
And so I don't want the money or something. It's like every now and then just like a surprise. Like, not really materialistic. It's like if they're driving, they're like, oh, I saw this weed on the side of the road. I don't care if it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. It's like, oh, you thought about me. Like, don't go out and spend $50,000, but if you see a flower on the side of the road or you find something at a store that you're like, oh, I thought of you. I'm like, oh, okay, you're cute. That's what it's all about. Just like the little shit. But, like, I don't know. If you're not, like, really into the big stuff, like the lovey-dovey stuff, it's like, that's fine. But when someone's up your ass, or if you're trying to be up theirs and they don't want you there, it can get a little uncomfortable, and it'll cause a lot of fights. And that's like when compromising and stuff, it just doesn't work. Because one person's always spending way too much time, like way more than they wanted to, with you, and they're not being mean. They're just like, look, if I hang out with you anymore, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're getting on my nerves.
I've
So-
had that done.
No, I was the one that was, you know, like getting irritated. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to be a typical girl, so it's like, don't be ashamed of it. Because a lot of my friends are just like, well, I want him to think I'm like all the other girls. I'm like, dude,
just be yourself.
Find a guy that's like, will accept the fact that you don't want him around all the time. Because a lot of guys, honestly, don't want to be around all the time. They want to see their friends. They want to go work on cars and get
have
greasy.
your own life and let them have theirs. You know, I mean, you don't have to take our opinion. That's just how we do. But it's just like another thing. Girls or guys, if you get so irritated when you're around the person that you're with, like the whole time that you're with them,
or if you feel like you're a mom, if you feel like you're being a parent in a relationship, then obviously something's wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you feel like you have to get on to them all the time about something, or they get on to you or something, then just...
But I mean, like, we understand there's certain things in a relationship that are gonna get on your nerves, and some of the things that we've even said that, like, just aren't good. It's gonna happen. No one's gonna have that perfect, relationship. You hear your great-grandparents
or
talk
that
about
fairy tale story.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we've never fought or anything. Yes, they have. They've gotten aggravated. They've gotten in fights. They might have even left the house for the weekend just because they needed to get away.
Or they might have slept on the couch instead of the same bed as a person.
It's like, if things are gonna happen, so we're not trying to be like, oh, if this happens or this happens, get out. No, but it's like, if you're putting up with it on a regular basis, and it's like, this is happening all the time, you probably you need something better.
That tells you something.
It's like, you deserve better than that. Everyone does. Like, I wouldn't wish a bad relationship upon anyone because it's way too stressful.
It is.
And if you're doing stuff like we are, like trying to get our jobs going good and saving money, and I'm
trying
to finish school,
get yourself on your feet.
like
and
I'm finishing
be stable.
school and going to college, and we're trying to get a house and everything. It's like, if you're doing stuff like that, you don't think it's gonna be as stressful as it really is. But once you start doing it, like, I didn't believe people when they told me, when you start working, you're always gonna work for the rest of your life. I didn't believe that shit.
Yeah, I didn't either.
It's true. As soon as you start a job, you're never gonna stop. And I'm not saying postpone it, but it's like, get ready.
And the way the economy is, you need the money.
It's like, you just think about it. You don't really take it into consideration before you get it. But when you get that job, you're like, I need more hours. If I just got 1 more day or 4 more hours, my check would be... And the money will consume you. So that will cause, like, a big thing on a relationship because you're working all the time or you're constantly thinking and talking about it.
But hopefully, some relationships actually, like, they thrive good. Better. Yeah, they thrive better because,
less time.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, it'll be good, but it's like, if you're trying to do all this stuff like we are right now, it can be stressful. And so if you're already dealing with stress on top of, if you're dealing with the things that we mentioned on a regular basis, your relationship, you're not only going to be growing apart while you're in it, it's going to blow up, and one of y'all's going to get really hurt. Because that's what happened.
I mean, kudos to you if you can actually tolerate.
Because I'm like, I won't lie, I can put up with a lot of shit.
Me
and
too.
I'll put up with shit for months before I'll say anything, just because I'm like, okay, you know what, this is just who they are. But after a while, I'm like, dude, fucking seriously? Like, get up out my ass. Or, I want to spend time with you. It just depends on the guy. But it's
depends
just
on
like,
the relationship too.
It just depends on the person and like what's going on and everything. It's like, if you're having to deal with all this regularly, y'all either really need to talk, and if y'all have, maybe you just weren't saying it loud enough or bringing up good enough points. But you gotta like take it in consideration.
Yeah. So why don't you guys just leave us a video response of your opinions on relationships too, or comments or anything.
Or it's like, if you've ever been in a bad relationship and it's like,
story time.
Yeah, tell us about it, or tell us how you got out of it or fixed it.
We will watch it.
Yeah, if you can fix it, tell us how. Because I think everyone should know a couple of ways on how to, like cope with things or get out of things. Because sometimes people are really scared to get out of relationships, and that's just not how it should be.
Or you could send a video response of like how your relationship is, if it's going great, or we'd love to hear about it.
You don't have to just put the bad ones. If you've got a great relationship, tell us about it, because that's just cute.
It's cute. We'll watch it, for sure, and
we'll watch it, we'll read it, whatever.
And plus, we'll probably make another video talking about, like, who made this video and, like, what interested us in it.
Yeah, like, if y'all leave a lot of weird stories and stuff, we're definitely going to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. And we're just going to be like,
it's like, what would we do?
Yeah.
So leave us your stuff, and we'll tell you what we would do, or if you have questions, or if you have stories, let us know.
Down here. Down here. Not in the description box, like I said in my zombie movie. See?
She can't fucking talk.
Okay.
Leave it down there in the comments.
Yeah. In the comments, video response, comments. Honestly, again, we don't care if you like or dislike this video.
If you don't watch it.
It's just opinion. It's just an opinion. You don't have to like it.
If you don't like it, don't comment. Tell your friends not to watch it. But if you do like it or you got something you want to say, let us know.
And then tell your friends about it and be like, hey, you should put a video response on this video because they actually make good points or bad points or something,
But, like, in all honesty, I do hope that everyone watching this, like, I hope y'all have good relationships, and if you don't, I hope you find one, because everyone deserves one, and so do you. You're one of the people.
So we'd love to hear what you think.
So on that happy note, we love you.
See ya.